Up is from Nicholas. Nicholas is from Illinois on a Republican line for Richard Viguerie. Good morning.
Hello. I'd like to ask what exactly defines a conservative today, because it seems like there's debates about whether or not conservatives should support an interventionist foreign policy, should conservatives support the death penalty, should conservatives support the drug war, things of this nature. So there's a lot of dividing things, and is the definition of conservative different for today than it was, say, back in the 80s or the 40s or whatever?
Well, yes, Nicholas, the issues are evolving. For example, I am very interested in reform of the criminal justice system, as are a lot of other conservatives. Grover Norquist, Dave Keene, Pat Nolan, Brent Bozell, many of the national conservative leaders. And we're having a big conference in Washington here in a few weeks to urge conservatives to get more involved in reform of the criminal justice system. In fact, the last time I was on C-SPAN last year, Pedro, we were talking about reform of the criminal justice system. That wasn't an issue, quite frankly, back in the 60s and the 70s. And in those days, particularly in the 50s and the 60s, I was one of those that said, lock them up, not to throw the key away, throw the key under the jail, you know. And I have come to realize, as have a lot of other people, that the criminal justice system is broken. It doesn't work for anybody. It doesn't work for the taxpayers. It's the second largest and fastest growing part of every state budget, second only to Medicaid. And it's certainly not working for prisoners and their families. It's tearing families apart. And too many times we have a high rate of recidivism. People are coming out with a PhD in criminology. Maybe they go in for some low-level offense. They come out with a lot of experience about how to violate the law. It's not working for potential victims because we have too many people in prison who, when they come out, are unemployable. Not that they're unemployed, they're unemployable. They don't have skills. And the last thing we need is people in our communities who are unemployable. So the criminal justice system is an issue that conservatives are leading on. Liberals can't lead on this, Pedro, because they're afraid, understandably, because of conservatives having in the past accused them of being soft on crime. In many ways, they still are, quite frankly. So it's up to conservatives, and if conservatives don't lead on this issue, I'm afraid it won't get led. And so a lot of conservatives are stepping forward, and you're seeing it in Texas, in Georgia, in South Carolina, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Republican governors and legislators are beginning to step forward and reform the criminal justice system in a very positive way. Fewer people are going into prison. We're building fewer prisons, and crime is going down in these states.
Another